Hello Libra, welcome to my channel. I give you infinite thanks for being here, for your presence. Libra, your likes and beautiful comments mean a lot. You are the owner of your future and the one who builds it. Take what you want to manifest to the universe or feel what resonates with you, and let the rest pass. This is a general reading that you can watch whenever you want, and if you wish, you can complement it with your ascendant sign or your moon sign, as you prefer. Let's channel and receive messages from your guides, masters, or ancestors according to what you are manifesting, thinking, or feeling. Libra, to start, you have the Four of Swords card in the present, the Chariot card, and for the future, you have the Six of Swords. I see here that you have progress in a calm and fluid manner. Things won't move drastically, rather, it's like you are moving away from a situation where you were being patient with the process. In some cases, you knew that this circumstance would end at a certain time, and you were calmly waiting to get out of it. It's like you realize that there is a dock with pelicans floating quietly, and suddenly, the Chariot and the Six of Swords cards show at least progress. The Chariot traditionally speaks of progress, and the Six of Swords shows that things start to flow. What was once blocked or stagnant begins to function. So, I see with this that you knew there was a situation that was a little stuck, but you kept doing your things, you didn't despair or are not despairing. That is the key for you to achieve what you want. The cards tell you that there is no need to worry, not even as a form of spiritual penance. Sometimes we feel that if we don't worry, things won't work, or if we don't ask the universe or God for things with tears, we won't be heard. The truth is, it's not necessary. I feel with this that you have learned to have this calm, this peace, and to ask for things from your God or beliefs in a tranquil manner, so, there is a tendency to truly have faith. The truth is, the faith we have in ourselves, or in something good happening to us, makes us move forward. Faith also gives us calm, and having calm is the first thing needed to think clearly, and not be driven by fear. I see that this is very important in this process or point in your life, and the truth is, I see that you will be able to stay calm even though things may not have been easy. That's why the cards put it here as something important or key to achieving your goals. I see movement in your life, a dynamic situation that starts to work after you were still. In some cases, it is very likely that there is some travel involved here. The truth is, the Chariot and the Six of Swords show that you will be traveling in some cases. You also have every intention of doing this, at least you will be changing the places you go to, even in your own city or town. You have a feeling of wanting to change the scenery. Maybe you say, oh no, going to the same places, I want to go to another park. Or in other cases, you might say, no, what I want is to travel, so I'll go to another nearby town. Or in some cases, you will walk to a new place that is safe. It doesn't mean you have to go alone. The Six of Swords in this deck doesn't show it this way, but in a deck like the Rider-Waite, there are usually 2 or 3 people in the card, often showing accompaniment when going to other places. Here, a bear appears alone, but it's not a requirement. I see that you will be going out and visiting other places that seem peaceful to you. It can be a therapeutic recommendation to change your environment, and I feel that if you have this attitude, it is very likely that you will overcome adversities. You have the Six of Pentacles card as your friendly arcana. This arcana is good because it shows that you receive what you need to move forward. In this case, the door you are waiting to open is facilitated, or in some cases, you achieve that desire to go where you want. You receive what you were expecting or can buy what you need to go. It is very possible that if you visit a place, you bring gifts. In other cases, if you are not the person traveling, but you know someone is coming to stay at your house for a few days, this person will not come empty-handed. They will likely bring you a present. In some cases, you might also buy a few things where you go, and among those, you buy a souvenir for someone who might expect it and that you also enjoy bringing. So, there are purchases involved in a trip representing gifts and presents. Being mindful of this is important too. If you travel, you might say, I need to buy something for this person because it feels necessary. Sometimes, you see it as a courtesy, especially you, Libra, since your sign is courteous and always thinks of others. It's a reading I don't see any urgency for you. I don't feel with your cards that anything will go wrong, but nothing stays the same either. You have cards that speak of movement and progress, breaking the routine completely, which will also be very beneficial mentally. You have the Two of Swords card. This is what you are breaking. The Two of Swords is also one of your minor arcana. Here, two come out, the Four and the Two of Swords, very much your sign, Libra. Maybe it was necessary, too. You have a Five of Swords. That's also what you are moving away from. I'll draw one more card to see what else shows up about what you are leaving behind. The Seven of Swords, totally. The Four of Wands, it's good. The truth is, it was known you would get out of this, but the fact that a Four of Wands or rods appears here gives a final blow to the situation. Notice when I ask what you are moving away from, you are moving away from circumstances that are a bit uncomfortable, blocking your creativity, your happiness, or the desire to live better. This shows you have recently been close to people who are challenging and, in some cases, not very honest. The Seven of Swords, when I ask the tarot about this, two of the most complicated cards on a social level come out. People who might want the same thing as you, which bothers you. Maybe you make plans, and someone says, I want to do the same, or I'm going to, Libra, and maybe you don't want that. You want to do things alone, so you've had to be a bit cautious. Or perhaps it's a person who criticizes you or simply someone you don't get along with. Not everyone has to like everyone. Your sign is usually sweet and kind, and many people get along with you, but there's always someone who is complicated, with a different worldview or perspective. Here, you are moving away genuinely are incompatible with. Not necessarily a partner, but another type of person where you've tried to get along but finally realize it's impossible. You feel uncomfortable and don't want to be with them. It could be someone competitive who likes you as long as you're on the same level. If you stand out a bit more, get a better job, or achieve a goal, they no longer like you as much. It's that kind of person, not very honest, maybe seeing you as competition. There's a need to be prudent, not saying much because you don't want them to copy or interfere with your plans. This type of person competes and doesn't genuinely wish you well. You've decided it's best to keep a distance and not engage much with them because it's not worth it, and that's it. So, the Two of Swords shows me here that on an emotional level, these are people who cause you confusion. It's people you say, I don't know if they like me or not, there's an ambiguity, and that's why you say, no, I prefer to go my own way. The Six of Swords sometimes shows when one leaves such a circumstance, and in this case, I see the discomfort. I see this as uncomfortable for you, to put it simply. So, there are challenges you're leaving behind. In other cases, this was distracting you, blocking you. It was like a silent war, a bittersweet circumstance where you weren't fighting, but also weren't getting along. In some cases, it might be another type of social circumstance where you were neglecting your personal development because this was holding you back. I feel that logically, other themes come into play here. The Seven of Swords often shows theft. It shows people who have been cunning, who have taken something from us, who take opportunities from us, who live off your inspiration. If you come up with something, they do the same. This person is competitive like that. Or it's a situation, perhaps the personification of something you don't, or distancing yourself from it. The Four of Wands shows me a feeling of total joy, of saying, I did it. Here, these two little turtles could represent someone aware of your discomfort with a circumstance who will be accompanying you through all of this. If they are the right person, they will surely be there for you. The right people will be in your boat, Libra. The wrong people will stay behind. Let's see what else we have here for you, who else or what else shows up. You have the Three of Wands here on one side, and the Five of Cups. The High Priestess. Libra, I'll draw one more card to see, the King of Wands. Notice that you have cards pointing to transcending the past. You're at a point in life where it doesn't make much sense to you to stay and repeat stories. You're bored, tired, or in some cases, it doesn't bring you anything anymore. Your sign is an air sign. Air signs are generally versatile and detached. Air can also be cases, it shows detachment.